as coordinator to deliver the welcome address and formally welcome the candidate.
Offering my respectful pranams to His Holiness Sri Shrivar Rati Deshi Kendra Mahaswami Gadaru. A very good morning to all the respected dignitaries on the dais, university officers, deans, head of the departments, faculty members, staff, and dear students. I extend a warm and gracious welcome to you all to the Student Induction Program 2026 at Sri Jaichamarajendra College of Engineering, JSS Science and Technology University, Mysore. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome our first year students who are being a very important and exciting chapter of their lives. Dear students, today is not merely the beginning of your academic journey, but the beginning of a journey of self-discovery, learning, friendship, responsibility, and personal transformation. The theme of this induction program is Educate, Elevate, Enlighten, which beautifully captures what education is expected to achieve. Educate is to acquire knowledge and develop intellectual abilities. Elevate is to raise above limitations, develop confidence, character, and competence. And enlighten is to develop awareness, wisdom, values, and a sense of responsibility towards society. The student induction program is not simply an introductory ceremony or an orientation to college life. As envisaged in the ACT model curriculum, the induction program is a structured and mandatory program designed to help the students make a smooth transition from school to higher education. The ACT framework provides a 2 to 3 weeks induction program at the beginning of the first year with activities extending beyond conventional classroom learning. The program gives an immense importance to several dimensions of student induction development, including physical activity, creative arts, universal human values, literary activities, the interaction with eminent personalities, visits to local places, and familiarization with the department, branch, and innovations. The underlying idea is very simple but very powerful. Engineering education should develop not only competent professionals but also responsible, confident, ethical, and social conscious human beings. Most importantly, use this opportunity to understand who you are, what you are capable of becoming, and how your education and contribute to society. Now it's my privilege and honor to introduce and warmly welcome our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi I. Balekundri, a renowned pediatric cardiologist, eminent academician, and pioneer in the field of pediatric cardiology, and former head of pediatric cardiology at Sri Jayadeva Institute of Cardiovascular Sciences and Research, Bangalore. Her illustrious academic and professional journey is marked by 41 gold medals, 31 prestigious ovations, and more than 70 national and international awards. She has made significant contributions to the early diagnosis of cardiac in acute rheumatic fever and to the development of national policy for congenital heart disease. Clinical expertise, innovation, and service to humanity is truly inspiring. For our young students, you are taking their first step into higher education today. Your presence is a wonderful opportunity to learn not only from your professional achievements, but also from the values of dedication, perseverance, and service that have shaped your journey. We are truly honored to have you with us today, madam, and extend to you our warmest and most respectful welcome. I also extend my respectful welcome to Professor Dr. S.A. Dhanraj, sir, Registrar, JSS Science and Technology University. Sir, your presence adds great significance to our occasion and reflects the university's commitment to nurturing our students from the very beginning of their academic journey. Welcome you. I extend my warm welcome to Professor C. Natrajusha, our beloved Principal and Dean Engineering and Technology, SJC JSSSTU, whose leadership and guidance continue to strengthen the academic environment. I also extend a heartfelt welcome to Dr. Hema BT, Associate Professor, Department of Biotechnology, SJC JSS Science and Technology University, my student and co-coordinator of SIP 2026. I welcome you. I also take this opportunity to warmly welcome all the university officers, deans, head of the department, faculty members, and staff who have joined us on this program. Welcome you all. Creatively, innovate fearlessly, and above all, act responsibly. As you begin this new journey, I would like you to remember three words: learn with curiosity, grow with values, serve with purpose. Let this induction program be the first step towards a fulfilling journey of education, excellence, and enlightenment. And may your journey at JSSSTU be filled with knowledge that educate your experiences, that elevate you, and values that enlighten you. With these words, I warmly welcome you all to the Student Induction Program 2026. Welcome you all.
Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of the organizing team, we wholeheartedly welcome Dr. Vidya S. ma'am to this inauguration. Thank you. To mark the beginning of this auspicious program and to invoke the spirit of the knowledge and learning, I request the esteemed dignitaries to kindly come forward in the lightening of lamp and also offer the floral tribute to Swamiji. From our distinguished speakers.
ಪ್ರಾತಸ್ಮರಣೀಯರಾದಂಥ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ರಾಜಗುರು ತಿಲಕ ಶ್ರೀ 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 ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಶಿವರಾತ್ರಿ ರಾಜೇಂದ್ರ ಮಹಾಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳನ್ನ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಗೌರವಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಮರಿಸುತ್ತಾ ವಂದಿಸುತ್ತಾ, ಶ್ರೀ 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 ಶಿವರಾತ್ರಿ ದೇಶಿಕೇಂದ್ರ ಮಹಾಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳು ತಮ್ಮ ಗುರುಗಳ ವಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮ ಮಿಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಇವತ್ತಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು JSS ನ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ, ಅದು ಡೀಮ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದಂತ ಆ ಮಹಾಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಗೌರವಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸುತ್ತಾ, ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ಶ್ರೀ ವಿದ್ಯಾವಿದಯ ಶ್ರೀಮೃತ ಶಾಲಿವಾಹನ ಶಕ 1948 ವಿಕ್ರಮಾದಿತ್ಯ ಸಂವತ್ಸರ 2083 ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶಕ 5127 ಶ್ರೀ ಪರಾಭವ ನಾಮ ಸಂವತ್ಸರದ ದಕ್ಷಿಣಾಯಣದ ವರ್ಷಾ ಋತುವಿನ ಶ್ರಾವಣ ಮಾಸದ ಶುಕ್ಲ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಈ ಶುಭ ಪಂಚಮಿ ನಾಗ ಪಂಚಮಿಯ ದಿನ, ಅದು ಅಕ್ಕ ನಾಗಮ್ಮನ ಜಯಂತಿಯ ದಿನ, ಶುಭ ಸೋಮವಾರ, ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದಂತಹ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಗೆ ಪಾದಾರ್ಪಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿಜಯಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡುವ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಚೈನೀಸ್ ಪ್ರಾವರ್ಬ್ ಇದೆ, ನಾನು ಯಾವುದು ಚೈನೀಸ್ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Even 1000 miles you have to start with the first step. Today you have started first step. What you learned all these years, the good manners, you have to continue, and you must see that you don't imbibe anything wrong. And what is the importance? 84 ಲಕ್ಷ ಜೀವ ಜಂತುಗಳನ್ನ ದಾಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯರಾಗಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ ಇಂಥ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂಥ ಉತ್ಕೃಷ್ಟವಾದಂಥ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿಯುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಗ ನೀವು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಅದೃಷ್ಟವಂತರು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೀವು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಿಕ್ಕೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಥ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ಸದುಪಯೋಗ ಪಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮುಂದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬದುಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು, ಹೇಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಯಾಕಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಏನು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಇವತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆಗೂ ಕಾಕ್ರೋಚ್ 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 ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕಾಕ್ರೋಚಸ್ ತರ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವೇ ಹೇಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಹೇಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಋಗ್ವೇದದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಾತಿದೆ, ಜ್ಞಾನ ಯಾವುದೇ ದಿಕ್ಕಿನಿಂದ ಬರಲಿ ಆ ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅಳವಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಉತ್ತಮ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಾಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಆ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ಪಠ್ಯ ಪುಸ್ತಕದ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದನೂ ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಪುಟ್ಟ ಕತೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಮಾತು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಅದು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು, ತಂದೆ ಬಹಳ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಪಾಠ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ, ತಾಯಿ ಮುದ್ದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಮಾತನ್ನ
ಮೀರದೆ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಷ್ಟು ಎತ್ತರಕ್ಕೆ ಜನ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೂ ಮುಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನನಗನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಕಾರಣ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ. ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳು ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಕಾಣುವ ದೇವರು, ಅದನ್ನ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಗೌರವ ತೋರಿಸುವಂತ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಶಿವ ಒಂದು ಸಲ ತನ್ನ ಮಗ ಕಾರ್ತಿಕೇಯನ್ಗೆ ಪಾಠ ಕಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ತಂದೆಯಾಗಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ, ತಂದೆಗೆ ಅಸಡ್ಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದು ಅವನು ಯಕ್ಷನ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ಯಕ್ಷನ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಮಗನಿಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಕಾರ್ತಿಕೇಯ ಮಗು, ಬದುಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸದಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದಂತ ಸಂಗಾತಿ ಯಾರು ಅಂತ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸದಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾನಿಯನ್ ಯಾರು? ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಕೊಡುವವರೆಗೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಹೆಂಡತಿನೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಧೈರ್ಯ. ಮಗನ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳಿ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ತಂದೆಗೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಬದುಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಕಷ್ಟ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಧೈರ್ಯದಿಂದ ಎದುರಿಸೋದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಕಲಿಯದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕೆಳಗಡೆಗೆ ಕುಗ್ಗ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಧೈರ್ಯಂ ಸರ್ವತ್ರ ಸಾಧತೆ ಅಂತ. ಈ ಧೈರ್ಯವನ್ನ ಯಾವಾಗ ನೀವು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆನೆ ಬರ್ಲಿ, ಇನ್ನೇನೇ ಬರ್ಲಿ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಬರ್ಲಿ, ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಮೆಟ್ಟಿ ನಿಲ್ಲುವಂತ ಶಕ್ತಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹೇಳಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸದಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು? ಧೈರ್ಯ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಧೈರ್ಯದಿಂದ ಬದುಕ್ತಿರೋ ಆವಾಗ ನೀವು ಏನನ್ನಾದ್ರೂ ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಲೇಬಾರದು. ಮಾಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಛಲ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಮುಂದೆ ಎರಡನೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಯಾವ ಕಳ್ಳನು ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ಕದಿಯಕ್ಕಾಗದಂತ ಸಂಪತ್ತು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ. ಅದು ಜ್ಞಾನ ಸಂಪತ್ತು. ನಮ್ಮ ಶರಣರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಸಂಪತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರು. ಆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಕದಿಯಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ನನ್ನ ಡಿಗ್ರಿಗಳು ನೋಡಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರು, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಓದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏದುಸಿರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ರಿ, ಅದ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತ, ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ, ವಿದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ, ನಮಗೆ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ಜ್ಞಾನದಿಂದ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅಮೆರಿಕದ ಅಟ್ಲಾಂಟನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮೆರಿಕನ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಡಿಯಾಲಜಿ ಅವರು ನನಗೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಚೀವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ನನಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಓವೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೇನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಅಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಯೋಗ ಅಂಡ್ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯೋಗ ಧ್ಯಾನವನ್ನ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಜ್ಞಾನ ಸರ್ವತ್ರ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ. ಮೂರನೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ತ್ಯಜಿಸೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಿನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಶಾಂತಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಶಾಂತವಾಗಿರ್ತೀವೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಪಾಠದ ಕಡೆ ಗಮನ ಸಿಕ್ಕತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಶಾಂತವಾಗಿರ್ತೀವೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕುಟುಂಬ ವೃದ್ಧಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಶಾಂತತೆ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ದೇಶ ಸಮೃದ್ಧಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆ ಶಾಂತವಾದಂತ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೋಪವನ್ನ ತ್ಯಜಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಕೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ರಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕೋಪ ಪಾಪದ ನೆಲೆಗಟ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ನರಕದ ದ್ವಾರ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಮ, ಕ್ರೋಧ, ಲೋಭ. ಸೊ ಆ ಕಾಮ, ಕ್ರೋಧ, ಲೋಭ ಮಾಡಿದವರು ಎಂತೆಂತ ಹೀರೋಗಳು ಜೈಲ್ ಸೇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂತಹ ಬದುಕನ್ನ ನಡೆಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕ್ರೋಧವನ್ನ, ಕಾಮವನ್ನ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು ಮನಃಶಾಂತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಓದಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ತಲೆಯೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ದ್ವೇಷ ಸಾಧಿಸೋದೆಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆ ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದನ್ನ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಈ ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದನ್ನ ಬಿಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಉಪಾಯ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ನಿಮ್ಹಾನ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಶಿಸೋಫ್ರೆನಿಕ್ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ವಿಪರೀತ ಕೋಪ, ಮೂಡ್ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಚುಯೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೋಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಓಂ ಅಂತ ಚಾಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಲ್ಸ್ಕೊಟ್ರು. ಕೇವಲ 20 ನಿಮಿಷ ಚಾಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಒಂದು ವಾರದಲ್ಲೇ CT ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಲಿಂಬಿಕ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು. ಆಲ್ ದ ನೆಗೆಟಿವಿಟಿ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಡೌನ್ ವೆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಆಂಗರ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಡೌನ್. ಈ ಓಂ ಅಂತ ಚಾಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಸರಿಯಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಕಲಿತೀರಾ ಅದನ್ನ? ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಾ? ನೆಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಸಿಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್. ಈ ಫಿಂಗರ್ನ ಚಿನ್ಮುದ್ರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ. ಥಂಬ್ ಇಸ್ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಜೀವಾತ್ಮ. ಸಿಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕಣ್ ಮುಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಜೋರ ಉಸಿರು ತಗೊಂಡು ಆಮೇಲೆಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಓಂ ಅಂತ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಓಂ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸೋ ಲೌಡ್ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಏರ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ಯು. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್. ಓ see how peaceful your mind is, how peaceful the whole surrounding is. When this peace is there, the prosperity and purpose is fulfilled when the mind is peaceful. So learn to practice this every day in the morning for 5 to 10 minutes and also in the evening. So before you start reading, so your learning capacity will increase. And then comes the next question. ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಬಿಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ತುಂಬಾ ಜನಪ್ರಿಯತೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. Can anyone tell how you become very, very popular among the people? ಅಹಂಕಾರ. ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಅಹಂಕಾರವನ್ನು ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಆವಾಗ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಜನಪ್ರಿಯತೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಸ್ವತಃ ನನ್ನ ಅನುಭವ. ಅಹಂಕಾರದಿಂದ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ರಾವಣನು ನಾಶ ಆಗ. ಯಾರು ಅಹಂಕಾರವನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನ ತೊರೆದು ಸುಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನ ಬೆಳಗಿಸ್ಕೊತೀವಲ್ಲ ಆವಾಗ ಉತ್ತಮ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ದೀಪ ಹಚ್ಚೋದು. ಇಷ್ಟು ಬೆಳಕಿದ್ದಾಗ ಯಾಕೆ ದೀಪ ಹಚ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಅಹಂಕಾರದ ಸಂಕೇತ, ಬತ್ತಿ ಅಜ್ಞಾನದ ಸಂಕೇತ. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಅಹಂಕಾರವನ್ನ ಇಂಗಿಸಿ ಅಜ್ಞಾನದ ಬತ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಉರಿಸಿ ಸುಜ್ಞಾನದ ಬೆಳಕನ್ನ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಪಸರಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ದೀಪವನ್ನ ಹಚ್ಚಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಚೈನಾ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿಂದೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಕರೀರಿ ಅಂತ. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನಮ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕರೀಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ಪೀಳಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಚಪ್ಪಲಿ ತೆಗೆದು ಬಂದು ನಿಂತು ಗೌರವದಿಂದ ದೀಪ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಕಲಿತ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಯ ವಿನಯಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸಾಂಕೇತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಒಂದಿಬ್ರು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಬಂದ್ರು. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಲಿಲೇಬೇಕಾದಂತ ವಿಚಾರ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಭಗವಂತನ ದಯದಿಂದ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಬಲಗಾಲಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದಿನ 4 ವರ್ಷನ 5 ವರ್ಷನ 4 ವರ್ಷ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸುಗಮವಾಗಿ, ಸುಖಕರವಾಗಿ, ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿ ನಂಟು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸುಸಂಸ್ಕೃತವಾದಂತಹ ಮಕ್ಕಳಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಮುಂದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬದುಕನ್ನ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಗೊಳಿಸ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹಾರೈಸ್ತಾ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಭಗವಂತ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ, ಆಯುಷ್ಯು, ಸಂಪತ್ತು, ಸಮೃದ್ಧಿ, ನೆಮ್ಮದಿ, ಯಶಸ್ಸು, ತೇಜಸ್ಸು, ವರ್ಚಸ್ಸನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂಥ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಗಳು ನೀವಾಗಿ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ವಿದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಪಡುವಂಥ ಯುವಕರು, ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳು ನೀವಾಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹಾರೈಸ್ತೀನಿ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Thank you, ma'am, for inspiring and insightful words. Can I request the dignitaries to felicitate our chief guest as a token of our respect and gratitude for gracing this occasion? Thank you, dignitaries. Can I now request with our respected principal and Dean Engineering and Technology, Dr. C. Nataraju sir, to address the gathering.
ಪ್ರಪ್ರಥಮವಾಗಿ ಪುತ್ತೂರು ಗುರು ಪರಂಪರೆಗೆ ಶಿರಸಾರಂಭಿಸಿ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಜಗದ್ಗುರು ಶ್ರೀ ಶ್ರೀ ಶಿವರಾತ್ರಿ ದೇಶಿಕೇಂದ್ರ ಮಹಾಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳ ಪಾದಾರವಿಂದದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಿಸಿ ಅವರ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಪಡೆಯುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಎವರಿಬಡಿ. ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ dignitaries on the dais. Today's chief guest, Madam Vijayalakshmi Badekundri, my colleague, Honorable Registrar, Professor S.A. Dhanraj, colleagues, coordinators of the student induction program, Professor Bindya and Professor Hema, all the officers from the university, controller of examination, Deputy Registrar, Professor Harish, Professor Nagesh, Dean Management, Sri Somshikara Murthy, Administrative Officer, Deans of the universities and HODs of the departments, colleagues from all the department and parents of the this time admitted students and my dear friends. Indeed, I am happy to be here for this inaugural program for this student induction program 26-27. We are very fortunate that we have Madam Vijayalakshmi Badekundri. ಅವರು ತುಂಬಾ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬಹುಶಃ ಇನ್ನು ಒನ್ ಅವರ್ ಬಹುಶಃ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೂ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಹೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಯಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಈಗಾಗ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಒಂದ್ಸಾರಿ ಕೇಳಿದೀವಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಖಂಡಿತ ಸಂತೋಷ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನೀವು ಬಂದಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಕಂಗ್ರ್ಯಾಚುಲೇಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೈ ಹಾರ್ಟಿ ಕಂಗ್ರ್ಯಾಚುಲೇಷನ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳು. ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜು JSS ಮಹಾವಿದ್ಯಾಪೀಠ 1954ರಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಗುರುಗಳು ಹಿರಿಯ ಗುರುಗಳ ಒಂದು ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಶುರುವಾದಂತ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ರಿಲಿಜಿಯಸ್ ಫಿಲಾಂಥ್ರಪಿಕ್ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ನ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆನೆ ಹೇಳಬಹುದು. 375ಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ನಡೀತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಹಿರಿಯ ಗುರುಗಳ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಈಗಿನ ಮಹಾಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳು ಅದನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೂ ಎತ್ತರಕ್ಕೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಬಹಳ ಅಚ್ಚುಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿ 63 ವರ್ಷದ ನೆಲದ ಮೇಲೆ SJC ಪ್ರಾರಂಭವಾದದ್ದು 1963. ಸೊ 63 ವರ್ಷಗಳನ್ನ ದಾಟಿ ಈಗ 10 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ನಮ್ಮ JSS ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಎರಡೂ ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆಯಾಗಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. SJC ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ, ಒಂದು ಇಡೀ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲೇ ಒಂದು ಅತ್ಯುತ್ತಮವಾದ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. mid-80s 250 ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. 251ಕ್ಕೂ ಜನರಲ್ ಮೆರಿಟ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಆವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಟಾಪ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ENC. ಸೊ 251ಕ್ಕೆ ಸೀಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆತರ ಒಂದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಿಚಾರ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ CET ಶುರುವಾದದ್ದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನಲ್ಲಿ. CET ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಒಂದು CET ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು 1982-83 ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ CET ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಶುರುವಾಗಿ ಈಗ ಅತ್ಯುನ್ನತವಾಗಿ ಈಗ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಅಚ್ಚುಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಸ್ಲೋಗನ್ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್, ಎಜುಕೇಟ್, ಎಲಿವೇಟ್, ಎನ್ಲೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನ ನೀವು ಖಂಡಿತ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ನ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಜುಕೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಟುಡೇಸ್ ಎರಾ ಇಸ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಎರಾ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸ್ಕಿಲ್, ಅಪ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್. ಸಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಒಂದು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ತರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗಿಂತ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಯಾವ ಎತ್ತರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಖಂಡಿತ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಭಿನ್ನವಾಗಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವುಗಳು ಖಂಡಿತ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಇಸ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಡೇ ಬೈ ಡೇ. ಇವತ್ತಿದ್ದು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ನಾಳೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಖಂಡಿತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಇಸ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಡೇ ಬೈ ಡೇ, ಖಂಡಿತ ಹಾಗೆ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಕೂಡ. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್. SJC ಒಂದು JC ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನೀವು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರ, ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತಮವಾಗಿದೆ. ನ್ಯಾಕ್ ನಾವು ಅಕ್ರೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಉತ್ತಮ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಗಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮಗಳ ಶ್ರಮ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಶ್ರಮದಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಎತ್ತರಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅದು ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು AICT ಒಂದು ನಿಗದಿಪಡಿಸಿರುವ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ತರದಲ್ಲೂ ನೀವು ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ ಒಂದು ಇಂಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಒಂದು 10 ದಿನದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ. ನಿಮ್ಗೇನು ಎಲ್ಲ ತರದ ಒಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಯೋಗ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತೂರು ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೂ ನಾವು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಸುತ್ತೂರು ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ? 1063 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ಶುರುವಾದಂತ ಒಂದು ಆಶ್ರಮ ಸುತ್ತೂರು ಮಠ. ಅದರದ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಸುಮಾರು ಒಂದು 5,000 ಬಡ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಿಂದ ಉಚಿತ ಒಂದು ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್, ಫ್ರೀ ಊಟ ತಿಂಡಿ, ಅವರ ವಾಸ್ತವ್ಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಗುರುಗಳು ಅದನ್ನ ದಯಪಾಲಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಅಚ್ಚುಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಸೊ ಇಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅವರ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿಜಯಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ವಾಡೆಕೂರ್ ಇಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಉನ್ನತ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ನೀಡಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಅಚ್ಚುಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಯೋಜಕರು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಖಂಡಿತ ಅದನ್ನ ಧ್ಯಾನದಿಂದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಹೇಳಿದಂಗೆ ಧ್ಯಾನದಿಂದ ಧೈರ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ಮೋರ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ದಿನ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ಐ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಯು ಪೀಪಲ್ ಟು ಅವರ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಕಾಲೇಜ್. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ಹಿರಿಯ ಗುರುಗಳು ಸಂಜೆ ಅವರು ವಾಯುವಿಹಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಓಡಾಡದಂತ ಜಾಗ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಹಿರಿಯ ಗುರುಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಗಳ ಒಂದು ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ಇದೆ. ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹಸಿರುವಾದ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ನೋಡಿ ಇನ್ಮೇಲೆ. ಸೊ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್. ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಒಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಅಲ್ಯುಮಿನಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದ ಒಂದು ಕೊಡುಗೆಯನ್ನ ನೀಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅದು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. ದೇವರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಒಳ್ಳೇದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಒಂದೆರಡು ಮಾತು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. It is our privilege to have with us Professor S.A. Inaugural, sir, Registrar JSSSTU. I request you to kindly deliver the presentation.
Good morning, one and all. It's very louder. Can it be? Thank you. At the outset, I submit my humble pranams to the lotus feet of His Holiness Swamiji and seeking His divine blessings on this day of induction for the year 26-27. The students from various branches, BCA, BBA, PE of different specializations are assembled here, and the live induction program is being streamed in about 12 rooms. Besides this, at this juncture, I welcome you all to this 103 acres lush green, oxygen rich, carbon free, approaching carbon free campus. At this juncture, it's my great pleasure in welcoming our chief guest, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi, a well-renowned cardiologist in the country, not only in the country, in the world, and have more than 20 affiliations. And I have seen all this FMP, FICS, FRCP, so on and so forth. And I have gone into the Google and said, what are all these fellowships and all. So that so many fellowships, Madam has having. Though all the fellowships, FRCP London is also there. But she is one of the well-renowned interventional cardiologists in the country. And down below, she have invented 7 new intervention cardiological surgeries. First time in the country, maybe first time in the world also. Closure without the credit. The credit is so long and numerous. And she is the first pediatric cardiologist in the state of Karnataka, South India, pediatric cardiologist. And she is fondly called as mother of pediatric cardiologists. Such a great personality is here to emulate and to vibe and to take you to the next level, exciting level, and also bring you to the ground level slowly and to understand where you are in this world. Thank you very much, madam, for being with us today. My beloved principal, Dr. C. Nagaraju, the coordinators for this induction program, Dr. Bindia, Dr. Deepa, and university officers, controller of examinations, other officers of the registry, Dr. Registrar, officers of deaneries. We have our dean today, Dr. Nagesh, then heads of various departments, well-learned professors. Thank you very much for making your time to witness the historic registration day of you all in your curriculum vitae. This is the historic registration day in higher education for you all, the 17th August. Madam said, say what the 17th August is refers to. Sorry, my ignorance, I can't repeat it. And you have entered into the higher education system. You have entered into Sri Jayachamrajendra College of Engineering, known for its legacy for over 63 years. You have entered into an university, a private university, JSS Science and Technology University, which is built upon this legacy in the year 2016. And this legacy, you please carry on. It's all in your hands, our hands, and everyone's hands to carry out the legacy. But I do understand, maybe your date of birth will be between 1997 to 2012? No?
2008.
2008. That's what I said. 1997 to 2012.
Exactly 2008.
Why I said is Gen Z. So when Gen Z comes into the picture, automatically the new rules of engagement will also come into play. What I mean by new rule of engagements, you don't have to engage you completely in studies. Dust the books or open the books only for the fundamentals and basics. Then keep away the books, and you have more information than all of us in this hall. Because you have a very, very vibrant and very strong informative systems in your hands. We all know that. While you are taking class, you are good enough to check whether are we teaching rightly. So that's why I said you dust the books and open the books only for, the fundamentals. Remaining thing, our deans, Dean Academic, Dean Science, Dean Engineering and Technology, have crafted the syllabus on the curriculum and curated it in such a way that you learn yourself, flipped classrooms, problem-based learning, case-based learnings, and project-based learnings. All these being or introduced into the system. This university is having an autonomy to change the curriculum even in every 6 months, which means every semester we can change the curriculum. We does it. We does it meticulously, and what is needed for that time we have introduced it. That you are going to witness it. And you don't have to get perplexed. Don't think that, getting degree is only a baseline. Dear students, other skills, building your portfolio, project initiative, problem solving, project burst, critical thinking, all are being brought into your curriculum very, very legitimately. That you try to excel and don't get rejected with your failures. Analyze the failures. And you have a lot of time and energy, and the time and the guidance will be given by all your faculty members. Our faculty members, you don't please consider them as gatekeepers or watchmen or supervisors. No, they are not like that. Our faculty members are so trained in a way, they are going to be your mentors, true mentors. And be guiding people or guiding friends. You have to treat them as a friend who can guide you in the needs. We have a proper counseling system. We have a proper mentor-mentee system. And we have, for each and every problem, to alleviate it, we have solutions. And systems are in place in the university, which have been developed from the year 2016. And in coming 2 weeks, the coordinators of this induction program have meticulously planned, as Madam started the wind from home, like that, from yoga till the career building. Everything will be taught to you meticulously. The people from the top officers from narcotics, top officers from traffic management, everyone will be addressing you during this 2 weeks. And talking about Madam, she said that nothing is impossible. That is an underlying word or takeaway message, what I want to tell you today. And I observe you have increased your vibration in the energy and the vibration in this room. when I was trying to chant, not even halfway I could travel with the Om. I think my pulmonary capacity is only like that. So halfway I stopped. But I was just holding and trying to. But it's all comes with the practice, I feel. And our principal also registered all the achievements of JSS Magavidya Pita, which have been established in the year 1954. There are over 375 institutions, starting from you can come to a crush, kindergarten, you can go up to postdoctoral. Not like, I'm not going to say PhD, you can go up to postdoctoral fellowship. So that much facilities, all the institutions are there with JSS. My dear students, you are in the safer hands and you are in the right place. Feel free to come to our office anytime for anything. Our doors are open, even the registry, chancellery, all of officers' door, principal, all officers' doors are always open. You can approach. Come, join with us happily and grow with us successfully. Thank you one and all. And thank you very much. Last but not the least, I submit my respects to all the parents who have motivated you all to be here today. So because of them, you are here today. Please convey our best regards and respects to your parents. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the thoughtful address. I now invite Dr. Hema BP ma'am to propose a vote of thanks.
Ellargu namaskara. Good morning, everyone. I, Hema VP, consider it as my pleasure to propose vote of thanks. At the outset, I offer my sincere pranams to His Holiness Shri Shri Shivaratri Deshikendra Mahaswamiji and bowing at the lotus feet of Rajendra Mahaswamiji. I would like to express our gratitude and heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Vijayalakshmi ma'am, who has a vibrant personality as well as enthralled us already. I'm sure, ma'am, you're going to continue for another 1 hour after this session. Thank you for accepting our invitation. I'd like to thank our registrar, sir. In spite of his busy schedule, he accepted our invitation and continuously supported us. Thank you, sir. I would like to express my thanks to our principal, Professor T. Nataraju, sir, for his unwavering support and encouragement throughout. Thank you, sir. I would like to express my thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor A. Santosh Kumar, sir, in his absentia, for his continuous support, encouragement, and always guiding us through the right path. I thank our Deputy Registrar, Dr. B.S. Harish, who has been rendering all the help and support to run this program throughout. Thank you, sir. I wish to thank all our university professors, deans, heads, faculty members, staff of various departments for their assistance and acknowledging the support rendered by all our coordinators to conduct the student induction programs. Special thanks to our supporting co-coordinators, Mr. Tejas and Mr. Mahesh, and our non-teaching staff who helped us on continuously on Saturday for arranging this program, though it being a holiday. Thank you, sir. I thank Mr. Kavan for the invocation and Mr. M.N. Rohit, Assistant Professor, Department of EMC, accepting our invitation to MC in spite of being on leave. Thank you, Rohit. And I thank every one of you who have assembled here. Thank you all and all.
Thank you, ma'am. With this, we conclude the inauguration ceremony of the Student Induction Program 26-27. On behalf of the organizing team, I once again extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed dignitaries, faculty members, staffs, and all the students for being a part of this memorable occasion. Dear students, your journey at the university begins today. May these years be filled with learning, discovery, innovation, friendship, and meaningful experiences. Thank you, wonderful. I request the dignitaries to kindly assemble in the front of the auditorium so that we can take a photo.
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಕಂಡ್ರೆ
ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಹುಡುಗಿಯರು.
Thank you, multimedia team. Dear students and parents, this session will be continued by our esteemed chief guest, Vijayalakshmi ma'am, on the topic of key to success.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಜಸ್ಟಿಸ್ ಶಿವರಾಜ್ ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಅವರು ಚೆನ್ನಾರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನಿತರು ಅವರ ಸಮಕಾಲೀನರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡು ಉತ್ತರ. Let us start with a smile. I was seeing that all of you were so tense and so serious, and I thought the first thing that you must learn is smile, because smile is the one which reduces mile between the two individuals. Okay, so learn to smile, and that's the way to go in life. And today I'm going to speak about ಉತ್ತರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ರಾಯಚೂರಿನಂಥ ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಭವಿಷ್ಯ ಉಜ್ವಲ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂಥ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣದ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ತರಬೇತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅವರ ಭವಿಷ್ಯವನ್ನ ಭದ್ರಪಡಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅ ಕೀ ಟು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ವಾತಾವರಣವನ್ನ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಟರ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯೋರ್ ಓನ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಸೊ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ that key to success ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಮಾತು ಬಹುಶಃ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ. Children are unique and special creation of God, worth far more than any earthly treasure. You need special care. Children are more precious than pearls and gems. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ದೇಶದ ಭವಿಷ್ಯ. ಕೇವಲ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳಿಗಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಜಗತ್ತಿಗೆ ಆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಅಫೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ. ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ 5 ಎಸ್ಗಳು ಅಂದರೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ, ಶಿಸ್ತು, ಶಿಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ, ಶುಚಿತ್ವ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ವಾಸ್ಥ್ಯ. ಈ 5 ಸೇರಿದಾಗ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಸು ತಾನೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡದ 5 ಎಸ್ಗಳ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನ ಎಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ, ಶಿಸ್ತು, ಶಿಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ, ಶುಚಿತ್ವ, ಸ್ವಾಸ್ಥ್ಯ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯುನಿಸೆಫ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಜಾನ್ ಎಫ್ ಕೆನಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ವಿತ್ ಸಮ್ ಅಶ್ಯೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಆಲ್ದೋ ದ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ವಿಕ್ಟಿಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇಟ್, ಲೆಟ್ ದೆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ವಿಕ್ಟಿಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ನೆಗ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಉತ್ತರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಬಡತನ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲಿಟ್ರಸಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆದರೆ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ನೆಗ್ಲೆಕ್ಟಿನಿಂದ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬೀಳಬಾರ್ದು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಜಸ್ಟಿಸ್ ಶಿವರಾಜ್ ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಅವರು ಸಂಗಡಿಗರು ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಉಜ್ವಲ ಭವಿಷ್ಯ. ಗುರು ಆದ್ರೆ ಬದುಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದಾಗ ಯಾಕೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಯ್ತದು? ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಬದುಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. Someone from Pakistan 400 handlers give the charge and then you people go like mad people following their instructions and destroying the people around you, and that is not the direction. So remember, at any cost you are not going to become cockroaches, you are not going to be in the rat race, you are going to be the Vishwa Gurus, and for that you have to have the proper direction. Adike Disha Dasha antivi. Disha is direction. Once you know what the direction is, then you will change the Dasha. Dasha is the fate of the country, and then the education. So madam rightly said, education, enlightenment, and this thing, and that is so apt. And last but not the least is the samskara. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಅವಗುಣಗಳನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದು ಸದ್ಗುಣಗಳನ್ನ ತುಂಬೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಗರ್ಭ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರದಿಂದ ಶವ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರದವರೆಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರಗಳೇ. ಆದರೆ ಈ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಬಹಳ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ತಪ್ಪು ದಾರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನಡೆಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ರತ್ನ ಮೋಕ್ಷಗುಂಡ ವಿಶ್ವೇಶ್ವರಯ್ಯ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಡ್ರಾ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಕ್ ಆನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಡಿಬೇಕು, ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಅಡ್ಡದಾರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂತ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಶಿಸ್ತು, ದ ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಶಿಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ, ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಟಿಕೆಟ್ಸ್. Manners and etiquettes are very important. How you enter, how you conduct yourself, how you behave with the elders and the children. That is also very important. The Shishtachara is very important. Then Shuchitva, cleanliness. Cleanliness is not only of the body, your mind also. So the mind also must be pure. And that cleanliness, Shuchitvave Daivatva we say. So Ashuchitva. Next to last but not the least, most important is the swasthya. Swasthya ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇವಲ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ, ಶರೀರದ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮಾನಸಿಕ, ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ, ದೈಹಿಕ, ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ಸ್ವಾಸ್ಥ್ಯವನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ಒಂದು ಸಲ in 1963 John F. Kennedy said, children may be, we say that with some assurance that although the children may be victims of fate, let them not be victims of our neglect. Nobody, though the children went wrong and they did everything wrong, our Prime Minister was gracious enough to talk to them, say hi friends, and forgive them. And that is very important. So, here, to have a better world, what we require? The world can be made better place for the children and their future by good education that you are going to get in this, because this is the best institution that you can ever choose, and then good health. And I'll teach you how to maintain your good health. I'm 76 and have come all the way, having left at 7 o'clock, to see that you have the good health. Next, good environment. The professor was telling how beautiful the whole environment is. That is very important. And then good facilities. And I'm sure this is the one institution where you have a very good facilities. And more than anything, ಯಾಕೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಶೋಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದಿರಿ ನೀವು? No, I have not touched. I have taken care. You have put it on slide show. It's moving on its own. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಶೋ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಕೇರ್ ಟು ಕೀಪ್ ಮೈ ಫಿಂಗರ್ ಅವೇ. ಓಕೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. So the good samskara that leads to your success, and ultimately what is important is how you succeed. The path to the success is also very important. No shortcut for success, and that is not correct. So here Charaka Samhita, Charaka himself says, health is the foundation for anything to achieve. Sharira madhyame khalu dharma sadhanam. Anything that you want to achieve, that is through the health. And then well-being. You have to have the well-being, total well-being, and that is very important. Then the virtue. You must have virtues, not the vices. If you have vices, you end up in the jail. If you have virtue, you end up being the professors or professor emeritus like me, or you may become even the deans. So virtue is important. Then the prosperity. Prosperity comes on its own. So when I joined medical college, my grandfather said, be honest and sincere, everything will follow. If you're honest, everything will follow. Yeah, okay. It's okay. And then the wealth and success. And that's how we know it comes. Ultimately, everybody thinks if we earn more, we're happy. If we get the success, we are happy. No. Even the wealthiest people, even the most successful people, they have committed suicide. They have ended their life. So what is important is happiness. In happiness, there are 3 types of people. Alpatrupta, Atrupta, Santrupta, like me. Happy with anything. And that is very important. So your happiness comes out of satisfaction and that you have done something. And that is very important. And here, the 4 pillars for anything is the education. And that's why another Bharat Ratna, Abdul Kalam ji, he said, there is no other profession in the world that is more important to the society than that of a teacher. And for that, I would like to add one more profession, that is the doctors. And that's how I became a teacher as well as a doctor. And that is because you have to follow 5 principles. One is the IQ. You all know IQ. Because you have high IQ, you have entered this college. Yes or no? Yes. And along with that IQ, that intelligent quotient, you have to have one more IQ. What is that? Integrity quotient. You have to have integrity in your life. And then comes the EQ. EQ, everybody knows, efficiency quotient. Along with that, one more EQ you must have, and that is the emotional quotient. And next you have the HQ. Everybody knows health quotient. They spend quite a lot and they buy the, insurance for their health. But what is more important is along with the health quotient, happiness quotient. Unless you are happy in your life, you cannot achieve anything. And then you have the MQ. Everybody knows money quotient. Everybody is running after the money. But what is important is the moral quotient. Unless you have the morality, you cannot be respected by anybody. And last but not the least is the SQ. SQ is social quotient. Unless you are socially well-being is there, that is not. More than social quotient is the spiritual quotient. And that is the reason I taught you how to do the Om. And this is how we know.
ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸನಾತನ ಧರ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಗುರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಮಹತ್ವ ಇದೆ. ಗುರು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಗುರು ವಿಷ್ಣು ಗುರು ದೇವೋ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ ಗುರು ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುವೇ ನಮಃ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಗುರುವಿನಿಂದ ನಾವು ಉತ್ತಮ ಬದುಕನ್ನ ಪಡಿಬಹುದು. ಗುರುವಿಂದ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಬದುಕನ್ನ ಬಂಗಾರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ದುಶ್ಚಟಗಳನ್ನ ದೂರ ಮಾಡುವಂಥವನು ಆ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ, ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಪರಶಿವ.
Preservation, how to protect you and how to make you a better student is done by the
ಒಂದು ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಗುರುಕುಲದಲ್ಲಿ
Guru, Brahma, Guru Vishnu, and last but not the least, taking away your fear. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಯ ಭವ ಎರಡನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರೋ ದುರ್ಗುಣನ ತೆಗೆದು ಉತ್ತಮವಾಗಿ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇರೋದು ಶಿವನಿಗೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಗುರು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಗುರು ವಿಷ್ಣು ಗುರು
ಒಂದು ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಗುರುಕುಲದಲ್ಲಿ
ಗುರುಕುಲ
ಅತ್ಯಂತ ವಿಕಸಿತವಾದ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು.
7,35,000 ಗುರುಕುಲ್ಸ್.
ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಶಾಲೆ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಬರೀ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಓದು 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 ಅಂತ ಕೂಚಂಭಟ್ರನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೋ ಅಂತ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಹಳೆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಶರೀರ, ಬುದ್ಧಿ, ಮನಸ್ಸು, ಚಿತ್ತ ಮತ್ತು ಆತ್ಮ, ಈ 5ರ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಗೆ ಅವರು ಮಹತ್ವ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರನೂ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಾಭ್ಯಾಸನೂ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 5ನೇ ವೇದವಾದಂಥ ಆಯುರ್ವೇದದಿಂದ ಅವರ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ
And apart from that, they used to give concentration on the mind. And the mind, I taught you how to do the chanting and meditation. And the chitta is the guri or the, what to say, goal. And that is very important. Last but not the least, Atma Jnana they used to teach. And that is the reason, Shastra. ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಕಲಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು.
ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂಥ ಬದುಕನ್ನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 5 ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾದಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ಆಹಾರ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ ಊಟ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಊಟ ಬಲ್ಲವನಿಗೆ ರೋಗವಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಆಹಾರ ಹೇಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ತಾನಾಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಹಾರದಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಹೊಟ್ಟೆಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಆಹಾರ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೆತ್ತಿಗೆ ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಆಹಾರ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಫುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಅಂತಂತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ವಿಚಾರ ಕೂಡ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಕೇವಲ ಆಹಾರ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸಾಲದು, ಆಚಾರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ವಿಚಾರ ಕೂಡ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಆಚಾರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್, ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನಾವು ನಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ನಡೆ ನುಡಿ ಶುಚಿಯಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಉತ್ಸಾಹದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೋ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಉತ್ಸಾಹ.
And I teach all 5 of them. So friends, to become successful, you have to have the ability. What is the ability? Because you have ability, you have come into the college. So ability is what you are capable of doing or how well you can do. And for that, doing your improving your ability, you need the motivation. And that is the reason they have invited me to talk to you. So the motivation determines what you do. And most important is attitude. Unless you have the positive attitude, you cannot achieve anything. So attitude determines how well you do the things. So ultimately, if you want to be successful, you have to increase your ability. You get every day get motivation, and then you have to develop the attitude towards the proper attitude towards life. So ultimately, how well you adapt and how well you adjust. Now you have come down from the comfortable zone from the family and come here. Once you have come to the hostel, how you adapt and how you adjust with the people is very important. But here you have to keep away from the bad elements, the bad characters, and you are not going to learn the bad things from them. And that's how it is extremely important that you have to have the good habits. ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಹುಟ್ಟು ಗುಣ ಉಗಿದ್ರು ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ಹುಟ್ಟು ಗುಣ ಸುಟ್ರು ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. That is the ಸಂಚಿತ ಕರ್ಮ. But habits, if you take H, a bit remains. If you take A, bit remains. If you remove B, it remains. And that's how we know whatever you did it, still the habits that you inculcate, they will not go. So don't inculcate such bad habits.
ಹಾಗಾಗಿ
And here it is very important. When we were children, we were taught by our grandparents. I learned the handwriting from my grandfather and learned how to dress up from my grandmother. And that's how we know my handwriting is beautiful and my dressing also is very nice. And that is because the grandparents used to teach us how to do. And once one director of gastroenterology, he said, "Madam, you must come and teach our postgraduates." I said, "I'm a cardiologist.
ಹಾಗಾಗಿ
How can I teach
ಆರೋಗ್ಯಕರ
the gastroenterology?" He said, "Madam, ಹಲ್ಲು ಉಜ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ, ಮುಖ ತೊಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ, ತಲೆ ಬಾಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ, ಹಂಗೆ ರೌಂಡ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿ. See, be clean and nice. Unless you are presentable, people will not like. Comb your hair nicely so that and don't go with the torn jeans. And that is not the way. You are disgracing and defaming your parents. Your parents have taken so much of trouble to bring you up, and if you go with the torn jeans,
ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆರೋಗ್ಯಕರವಾಗಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಪಾದನೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಸಮಾಜಮುಖಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಬದುಕೋದನ್ನ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇತ್ತೀಚಿನ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಲೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಸೋಷಲಿ, ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲಿ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸಂಪಾದನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್. ಸೋಷಿಯಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇವಲ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಕುಟುಂಬದವ್ರನ್ನಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲು ಜನರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ ನಿಮ್ಮದಾಗಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸತ್ಯಶುದ್ಧ ಕಾಯಕ ಮಾಡಿ ದಾಸೋಹ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಕಾಯಕವೇ ಕೈಲಾಸ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಿಜ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
And that is how you become nice. So success begins with the fellow's will, and it's all in the state of mind. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or the faster man, but sooner or the later, the person who wins is the one who thinks he can never, never, never give up. Never, never, never give up. So in the first trimester, if you get some marks, never give up. Next semester, you're going to do better. So you have to try, and ultimately success comes before you. So remember, choice and not the chance determines your destiny. What you choose is very important. So everybody says, "Ayyo, nan hane baraha." No, remember, there is no chance for the destiny. In our Upanishad, it says 1/3 of our this thing is from Sanchita Karma, from past Janma. And another 1/3 is from my parents and the teachers we learn. Another 1/3 depends on yourself. You decide, you choose the path. You are not going to change your path. You choose the path in the right path. So if you are on the right path, right action, right direction, you are bound to succeed. And that's how it is very important. So here, for the health, you have to have a pure oxygen, pure water, good balanced diet, regular exercise, and keeping away from the bad habits. And here you can see that what you see, 104 years old lady, she is blessing the first citizen of the country. Are you not surprised? Look at her confidence. And that confidence comes because Yaravaru? ಸಾಲು ಮರದ ತಿಮ್ಮಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ದುಃಖ ಪಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಮರಗಳೇ ತನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಂತ ಬೆಳೆಸಿ 384 ಆಲದ ಮರಗಳನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸಿ ದಂಥ ಸಾಲು ಮರದ ತಿಮ್ಮಕ್ಕ, she the one who gives the importance. And what is the importance? Your life depends on oxygen, and oxygen is very important. And what is the oxygen for you? Not only the beautiful environment, good education, more than anything, good habits. And that's how we know today there is so much of pollution outside, but not in the campus. So you are blessed. And today it has been seen that any particulate pattern 2.5 and 10 that can cause heart attack or stroke. And be happy that you have a very beautiful surrounding. And here you can see that in the jungle of cement, people are spreading contagious infections like whether corona, pneumonia, tuberculosis, everything. And that is because when you sneeze and cough, people are not covering their face. If you cover your nose and face and turn to one side and sneeze and cough, you are not spreading the infection. But when you are in the closed compartment in the class, if one gets fever, all others will get, provided you keep yourself clean and away. And this is how we know when you sneeze and cough, millions of organisms are sprayed on the face of the opponent at the speed of 166 kilometers. Even the fastest bowler, he bowls at the speed of 98 kilometers. But when you sneeze and cough, you are not putting one ball, millions of droplets on the other person. So this is manners and etiquettes. So say sorry, cover your nose, face, turn to one side and cough, and that is the good manners so that you can prevent. So splitting here and there is the very bad habit. All over the country, from north to south, you see the people spitting on the road, and that is spreading the infection. So keep away from that. And then never go anywhere near the cigarette. Never ever touch the cigarette. And that is very important. The tobacco in Bangalore, even the girls have started smoking, and that is a tragedy. And what happens is, I call this smoking as a suicidal, homicidal, and genocidal. Why? With every cigarette, 6 days life comes down. So you can imagine a person smoking 30 cigarettes per day, their lifespan comes down and they die before they retire. See, after retirement, I did another 10 years of service, and after that, 46 years of service, another 6 years, I continue to teach in all India institutes. And that is because, we are away from the cigarette. So a person smoking commits suicide, and it's a homicidal because passive smoking makes the others also die. And the third, genocidal, because to wrap the cigarette packet, they are spending 7,000 billion ton of paper with which we can give free notebooks to all the students in the whole world. And that amount of paper they are using. And that's how the
ನಾವು
ecosystem is.
ಕುರಿಗಳ
So
ಹಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು.
once,
ಕುರಿಗಳು
I used to call my
ಆಡು
father,
ಮುಟ್ಟದ
"Guru,
ಸೊಪ್ಪಿಲ್ಲ
I will,
ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಆದರೆ ಆ ಆಡುಗಳು ಕುರಿಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಹೊಗೆ ಸೊಪ್ಪಿನ ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾವು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ವಿಷಕಾರಿ ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಆ ವಿಷಕಾರಿ ಹಾವು ಕೂಡ ಹೊಗೆ ಸೊಪ್ಪು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಂಬಾಕಿನಿಂದ ಹೆದರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ತಂಬಾಕಿನ ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ನುಸುಳೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಆಡುಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಹೊಗೆ ಸೊಪ್ಪನ್ನ ಮುಟ್ಟೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಮುಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಆಡು ಆದ್ನೆ ತಾನೆ, ಕುರಿ ಆದ್ನೆ ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮರ್. ಬಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ಈವನ್ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯ್ಸನಸ್ snakes do not go into the field of the tobacco. And even the most, what you say, ತಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲದವನು ಕುರಿಗಳ ತರ ಬಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಕುರಿಗಳದವರು ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಈ ತಂಬಾಕಿನ ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ brilliant students like you who have taken entry here, you are not going to touch the cigarette. And what is important is, if a woman smokes, her to be born baby will be premature and that baby will have the right-sided heart disease. And that's what the Baltimore study has shown. And that's what I'm worried about, because these children with the right-sided heart disease, very difficult to treat them and make them normal. And hence, light the lamp of knowledge, as I told you. See that how beautiful it is moving, but never light the cigarette. And when I was the president of Cardiological Society, we collected 10,000 signatures, gave it to the governor, Chaturvedi, sent it to the central government, and we got the cancer picture printed on the cigarette packet. So half of the smoking came down in the whole country. But one picture of Yash comes and all the students start smoking. And this is, whatever we struggle, and somebody comes and you follow the wrong people. They are not, the heroes are not your role models. You have to choose your role model. So I don't want any one of you to have this. And who's the role model? Would you like to follow Rajkumar or the other one? Whom do you follow? Rajkumar never smoked on the screen or off the screen. And that's how, if you don't want to be a fire at one end, the fool at the other end, say no to the cigarette. How many of you say the no to the cigarette? Raise your hands. All of you. Yeah, please, both the hands, big clap for all of you. And that is wonderful. So inculcating good habits is extremely important. Nowadays, the youngers, they were saying Gen Z. Gen Zs were born between 1995 to the thing. They are the ones, they are following all the bad habits. So don't do that. And you are born in 2008. That means you are alpha. So you are going to be good human beings. And from there we move on to the water. Water, according to Atharva Veda, let it be the health and joy to us. Let nothing vex or injure us. Let water be the universal balm for us. Water is beneficial, the essence of life or nectar of life. It contains all medicinal properties and has healing property. And that's why we call Jiva Jala. So carry the water, not in the plastic bottle, carry in the either steel glasses bottle or the copper bottle. Always carry the water wherever you go during the class. Keep drinking water. If you hydrate yourself well, your 60,000 cells in the body, all the injuries will be cured and you remain very healthy. So carry the water wherever you go, and that's very important. So on one side, we have Tessie Thomas, who is the first missile woman. And on the other side, the women in the village, they are struggling for water. And that's why Modi ji brought up with the Har Ghar Nal, Har Ghar Jal. And Jal mission, today, in the past, we were spending 19,000 crores for curing
ಅಷ್ಟೇ
the
ಅಲ್ಲ,
waterborne
ಕೈ
disease.
ತೊಳೆಕ್ಕೆ
But
6
today,
ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್
we
ಇದೆ.
are having
ಮೊದಲು ಕೈಗೆ
cleanliness.
ಸೋಪ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು
Half of the diseases
ಮೇಲೆ
have come
ಕೆಳಗಡೆಗೆ
down because
ಬೆರಳು
of
ಮಧ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ
pure water.
ಬೆರಳು ತುದಿ
How to
ಹೆಬ್ಬೆರಳು
wash hands. This is
ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನ
very important.
ಉಜ್ಜಿಕೊಂಡು
There are
ಮತ್ತೆ
6
2-3
steps
ಸಲ
of washing the
ಉಜ್ಜಿ
hands,
ಆಮೇಲೆ
first on the
ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ
palm and then
ತೊಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು.
here and the
ಹೀಗೆ
fingers and the
ಊಟದ
thumb.
ಮೊದಲು
And all
ಊಟದ
6
ನಂತರ
steps, if you
ಕಕ್ಕಸ್ಗೆ
follow
ಹೋಗಿ
like
ಬಂದ
this,
ಮೇಲೆ
wash your hands,
ಆಮೇಲೆ
50%
ಮಧ್ಯ
of
ಮಧ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ
the
ಹೊರಗಡೆ
diseases
ಹೋಗಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾವು
So,
ಕೈಗಳನ್ನ
after
ತುಳಿತಾ
going to the
ಇರಬೇಕು.
toilet, before going
ಉಗುರು
to the
ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ
cleaning,
ಆ ಉಗುರು
before
ಮಧ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ
touching
ಇರುವಂತ
anyone, we can
ಗಲೀಜು ಅದು
don't
ನಮ್ಮ
grow
ಹೊಟ್ಟೆಲಿ
the
ಹೋಗಿ
nails
ಹುಳ
and
ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
you must-
ಹಾಗಾಗಿ
your nails must be
ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ಗಳು
very
ಏನೂ
clean.
ಕೆಲಸ
That's
ಮಾಡದೇ
how
ಇದ್ದವರು
another 50%
ಅವರು
of
ಉಗುರನ್ನ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೋಬಹುದು.
diseases will
ಆದರೆ
come down
ನಾವು
when you learn
ಸಾಧಕ
how to wash your hands. And never ever follow the zeros. The heroes are the ones who teach you how to live. The zeros are the ones who teach you how to die. So don't follow them. Why I'm saying this? Why does this look like a coffee decoction? Does anyone know why it looks so dark? Anyone? Because one bottle contains 40 milligrams of caffeine. When we have small glass of coffee, it contains only 4 to 5 milligrams. But when you drink the whole Coca-Cola, Pepsi, whatever it is, you have 40 milligrams. And more than that, it contains 43 spoons in 1 liter can. You all go to picture and have the big can and the popcorn and the thing and you enjoy. You are not enjoying, you are destroying your life. Because apart from that, it contains alcohol, ester, glycerol. More than that, when you drink, I have never tasted, but those who have tasted, does it burn? Slight pungent burning is there? Yes or no? Why? Because it contains phosphoric acid. Will any sane person drink acid? Will any sane person drink acid? But you are paying the money and you are drinking. ಇದಕ್ಕೇನಂತಾರೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ದೆವ್ವ ಹಿಡಿಸ್ಕೊಡೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು. You spend the money and then you buy the ill health. Why? The phosphoric acid depletes the calcium from your teeth and the bones. Nodi, millions of years the skeletons are there because of the calcium. But this calcium is depleted, your fractures are more, and more than that, the bubbles are coming. What are the bubbles? What are the bubbles? Carbon dioxide. What did I say? Oxygen is important. For our body, oxygen is important. So, one boy he took the beds, he drank 10 cans of Coca-Cola and then he dropped it. Because once the oxygen is depleted and carbon dioxide goes, the cells cannot survive. And this is how 13 universities in America, they have banned Coca-Cola and Pepsi, and more than that, it contains organophosphorus. And how much organophosphorus is there? Organophosphorus is pesticide. Okay, are you pests to drink pesticide? Are you pests? Yes or no? You are not pests, no? And look at the amount of pesticide that is there, and the highest is in the Fanta, and the next one is the Pepsi, and this is how we know. So, bitbidi sir.
I mean, the voice over there, explain again there.
Okay. Silent ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. Silent ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. Okay, this is how it is very important that this is taken away. So, today, obesity among the children has increased by 20%. Women, it is increased by 30%. And this obesity is very dangerous. So the metabolic syndrome is high. And every year in Delhi alone, the students are spending 340 crores for this Coca-Cola Pepsi. So wake up, India. No, now it's not Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and all of you, you must remember what your mothers were giving, grandmothers were giving was milk and not this halal. And this is how it's not moving. So bitbidi sir. So ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು bitbidi.
Because students are hearing double words.
No, it's okay sir. Bitbidi. So here it is very important. Next we move on to the brain. We said the jet planes are very fast. The faster than jet is our mind. The mind is everything. ಮನಸ್ಸಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಮನಸ್ಸಿಲ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಮರಣ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು our brain is the greatest thing, and we have almost 8 to 9 billion brain cells. And each human brain, the storage capacity is it is equivalent to 1.2 billion average PCs. That is enough to stack. It can reach the moon. Just imagine the brain is super computer and you are hardly using your brains. Use your brains for the betterment of the society and the nation. And look at the youngsters, they built their own rocket privately and they launched it and they successfully did it. And that is utilizing the brain. So that's how the premature deaths are occurring because of the alcoholism. And the alcohol is one thing which destroys your brain cells. Every time you drink alcohol, 8 to 10,000 brain cells are dead. And as a result, over the period, you develop dementia. So never ever touch alcohol, because 95% of the crimes conducted occurring in India are under the influence of alcohol. In Karnataka itself, 65,000 people are dying because of the alcohol. 5 lakh alcoholics and have got the HIV AIDS. Just last week, I was invited to the college to tell them about the HIV/AIDS because in the first quarter of this year, almost 70,000 youngsters between the age of 18 and 35 have developed HIV/AIDS positive. And that occurs when they are doing the night party, enjoying. That is not a pleasure, they are destroying their future. So never ever do the night parties. And you have seen the heroes doing the night parties, going to gym and dying in the morning. Please never ever do these things because night time is the one where your brain requires rest, not the partying. And there you can imagine all these alcoholics, they have developed HIV/AIDS and all the ill effects. For here, I would like to tell, I was in the transplant committee. A 37 years old engineer, he came with the terminal liver failure and he was undergoing liver transplant. And who was giving the liver? Atte. ಹೆಂಡತಿ 32, ಗಂಡ 37, ಅತ್ತೆ 52 ವರ್ಷ. ನಾನಂದೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಪಾಪ, ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಹೆತ್ತವ್ರು ನೋಡಿ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ವರದಕ್ಷಿಣೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲ ವರೋಪಚಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಲಿವರು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲೇ ಅಂತಂದೆ. ಆವಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳು ಅಂದು, ಅಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 10 ವರ್ಷ ಇರು, ಅದು ಲಿವರ್ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಅತ್ತೆನೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಕತ್ತೆನೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಅತ್ತೆಗಳು ಕುಡಿಯೋಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾವ್ದು ಲಿವರು ಹಾಳಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, not only all the organs in the body, the stomach, liver, heart, brain, everything is destroyed by alcohol. What is more important is the child to be born to them also will be bad. And for that we call as a fetal alcoholic syndrome. And this fetal alcoholic syndrome, brain gets damaged, they become criminal and their IQ is very low. And the abnormal fishes, they look ugly looking. See, the parents are good looking, but the children will look ugly because of the alcohol consumption. So the brain, stomach, heart, liver, all are damaged and the economy of the family is shattered, and then this destroys your life. But today, what is important is Mysore Maharaja had come out with the Amrit Mahal Thali. And that Amrit Mahal, you can see such beautiful cows, they with the hump on the back, and they, the milk is called as the A2 milk, and that contains vitamin B12, and it is extremely important for vegetarians to drink that. And I drink twice daily milk with the turmeric, and that is the best way to keep happy. I mean, this, provides proteins, fat, sugar, calcium, phosphorus, riboflavin, and all the fat-soluble vitamins like A, B, C, D, E. And that's why, after the breast milk, the cow's milk is the best. Next, we move on to the what to eat, what not to eat. And here you can see that the balanced diet is extremely important, which contains micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, trace elements, and electrolytes. So when you are at home, you are making fuss with your mother. Oh, amma nange adu beda, idu beda. But here you cannot. In the canteen or in the hostel, whatever is given, you have to learn to eat. You have to adapt to that. And what is important is take as much as leafy vegetables as possible, because that contains more of the folic acid, magnesium, zinc, vitamin A, iron, fiber, and that with this vegetables, 28% of heart attack comes down, and the almost the cancer of the gut also comes down when you eat the lots of vegetables. And then every day, without fail, you must eat fruits. I eat 4 to 5 types of fruits every day, and that is because it contains antioxidants. What is antioxidants? Whenever we are stressed, whenever we have problem, our body gets the oxidation, that is the oxygen-free radicals are produced. And that oxygen-free radicals damage our blood vessels, the inner layer, and cause the heart attack, stroke, and everything. So when we eat fruits, the antioxidants will clear the oxygen-free radicals like scavengers and make us very healthy. Our organs are very healthy, skin is very healthy, and that's how we know eat all the fruits, especially banana. Every day you must eat one banana, because banana is a laxative. You will not get constipation. Banana has serotonin. It is antidepressant. And that's why Virat Kohli, when he was a captain, he told to the BCCI, to whichever country we go, supply the banana to us. Because he is a vegetarian and he didn't want his boys to get depressed when they are LBW or run out or something, because it contains pectin, which heals the peptic ulcer. So the ulcers are taken, so ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಉರಿ ಕೂಡ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಉರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಕಿಚ್ಚು. ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಕಿಚ್ಚು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ತರ. ಒಂದು ಆಸಿಡಿಟಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಉರಿ ಬರೋದು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಕಿಚ್ಚು ಪಡೋದು. ನನಗಂತೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಉರಿ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮಗ್ ಬಂದಿದೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರೆ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ನೆವರ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ವಿತ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್. ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ with someone who is better than you, so that you can be better. So good vision, good skin, red blood cells, healing, healthy bones, teeth and blood clotting, everything is normal with the good fruits that you eat. And that's how we know, every day a glass of warm water with half lemon with honey, drink, and your body will be very healthy. The cancer-free body will be there and you can be very healthy. See, at my age, I don't wear the spectacles, and that is because I've been eating the fruits. So do that. But unfortunately, what is happening is, most of the girls are going to the beauty parlor and putting the fruit pack to make them face glow. But what you require is the fruits to eat, so that your face can glow. So do you remember? Here afterwards, eat the fruit and not put the fruit pack. And that is very important. And next one is the jaggery. Don't take sugar. Sugar is a white poison. Eat the jaggery and everything with that. And that's how we know it's very important. Fat is required for the energy, but fat, which fat? Vegetable oils are the zero cholesterol, and that is very important. Any animal lard is a very bad cholesterol, and that is not good for health. And especially dalda, vanaspati, whatever trans fats are not good, and they cause the
ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಬೇಕರಿಯಿಂದ ಯಾವುದೇ ಐಟಮ್ಸು, ಕೇಕು, ಕುಕ್ಕೀಸು, ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಕರ್ಸು, ಪೈಸು, ಬ್ರೆಡ್ಡು,
not good. So never eat the bakery items. What you eat is what your mother cooked, nice kodbale, chakli, and the first Nutribar in the world is our chikki. The coconut, jaggery with the groundnuts. That is the best Nutribar. And you get all the energy from that. And that's how it is very important. Never ever touch the pizza, hamburger and all
ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ
this.
ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಶುಗರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲರೀಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ನು ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಚಾಕ್ಲೇಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಂದೇ ಇರೋದು ವಾಸಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಚಾಕ್ಲೇಟ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಆ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಕೆಫೀನು. ಆ ಕೆಫೀನು ಇಸ್ ಹೈಲಿ ಸಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಕಾರ್ಸಿನೋಜೆನ್. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ಗೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
And this, remember what I have marked with the yellow, this there is a special mold in that, and that is called causes the cancer. And this mold is called as aflatoxin, because the cocoa beans, that is what coffee powder is made, that cocoa thing from the cocoa tree. And from then, when they are collecting under the tree, lots of rodents and rats are there, and their excreta and the hair and all the parts is there. Whatever they try, they cannot remove it, and that's why the FDA has approved. Every time you eat a chocolate bar, it may contain a rodent hair and 16 insect parts and still carry the blessings of FDA. The FDA has approved. If there are 16 parts, it's okay. But in our country, we can't, it is so horrible to eat that. If you say it is imported chocolate, no, that is the one which contains. So 4% of cocoa beans may be infested by the insects, animal excreta, and must not exceed more than 10 milligram per pound. That is the FDA that has approved, and we don't approve that. So better not take that. You can have a peppermint or something which is made with the thing, but not with the cocoa beans. And whatever this junk food, it causes all sorts of things. So remember, what looks attractive is not necessarily good. So here, the bananas, the milk, and then dry fruits, these are extremely important. Today, the obesity, we used to wonder at the Western people. Now you go and see, even the sweepers to everyone, they are becoming obese. The obesity is mother of 6 deadly diseases: diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart attack, Alzheimer's disease, and cancer. These are the 6 diseases produced by Alzheimer's. So keep your body slim and trim, and for that, eat less and work more and exercise as much as possible. And that's why ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಕಾಯಕ ಮಾಡಿದವರು ಕೈಲಾಸ ಕಟ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಾಯಕ ಮಾಡದೆ ಆಲಸಿಗಳಿದ್ದವರು ಕೈಲಾಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. Because those who are not working, they are supposed to die 50 times more than that. So remember, keep away from smoke, cigarette, and junk food. Eat lots of vegetables, and that's what. So many a times I have seen those who are going to gym, they are taking the eggs, and each egg, with each egg, you get 250 to 330 milligrams of cholesterol, which is not good. And what the government is supplying to the children is a very, very bad thing. Remember, same 100 grams of badam or godambi or even the groundnuts, they contain much more protein or double the protein than the eggs. So never ever think that you are doing the right thing. And remember, those who have a good habit, the blood vessels are like this, absolutely clean. And those who are having the party and eating wrong foods and then the junk foods and animal lard, they get the clogged and blood vessels and they get the heart attack like this. So here,
ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಬದುಕು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ನಗನಗತಾ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿ
to be preserved well. If the younger generation is dying because of heart attack, recently, few months back, in and around Hassan, about 42 youngsters died. And that time, every day, 4 to 5 TV channels used to call me to talk about that. We used to talk about everything, And ultimately, once I was coming towards Mysore, and I came to know the news that the Maharashtra police and the Andhra police and others, they came and raided 3 factories in Mysore, and then the chemical drugs that were being supplied from here, that was killing them. And this is the tragedy. So the drugs destroy the life.
ಹೃದಯಾಘಾತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಹೃದಯ ಇಡೀ ಶರೀರಕ್ಕೆ ರಕ್ತ ಸರಬರಾಜು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಆದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರಬರಾಜು ಮಾಡುವ ಈ ಕಿರೀಟ ಧಮನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದೆ ರಕ್ತ ಸರಬರಾಜು ನಿಂತು ಅಷ್ಟು ರಕ್ತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಂಸದ ಖಂಡ ಸತ್ತು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇವತ್ತಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ 25% ಆಫ್ ದ ಡೆತ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಟೊಬ್ಯಾಕೊ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್. Another 5% are because of the drugs. So ರಾತ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ
get the heart attack. Almost 35% of them are because of the smoking, either tobacco or the ganja or the weed. And this is how we do the angioplasty, we do the bypass surgery, and all that is expensive. And many a times they don't even reach the hospital. And in fact, one of my colleague, good friend from Punjab, Bhatinda, she showed one picture where what are the things that they are taking. The younger generation, they are taking the drugs which are banned, and then they are dying. 19 years, 20 years, 21 years, she's doing the angioplasty for them to save them. So remember, the best thing is the 40 years old man, I had done the angioplasty. Look at the artery which is damaged and how it is done. But many people are not lucky to reach the hospital, and hence
ಕೈ ಕಾಲು ಕೊಳೆತು ಮನೆಯವ್ರನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರ ಬದಲು ನಾವೇ ಗ್ಯಾಂಗ್ರೀನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಲನ್ನ ಕತ್ತರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಸೈಕ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸೂರ್ಯ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿ, ಚಂದ್ರ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿ, ಧ್ಯಾನ ಮಾಡಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಿರೋ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತಿರೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ, ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ಉಲ್ಲಾಸ ಮತ್ತು ಶರೀರದ ಸ್ವಾಸ್ಥ್ಯ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಆವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಓದೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಬರೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೂ ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿದಷ್ಟು ನಿಮಗೆ ಓಜಸ್ಸು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಓದ್ತೀರೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಯಶಸ್ಸಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಶ್ರಮಪಟ್ಟು ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ತೇಜಸ್ಸು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗುತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಓಜಸ್ಸಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ಸು, ಯಶಸ್ಸು, ಓಜಸ್ಸು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ವ್ಯಾಯಾಮ, ಸಸ್ಯಾಹಾರ, ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ ಆಹಾರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ದೇವರ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಇದನ್ನ ಮರಿಬೇಡಿ.
Raise the hand. And Surya Namaskara is very important. Now there is a difference between the gym and the akhada. Why Surya Namaskara is absolutely safe and that makes you mentally, physically healthy, you remain slim and trim and you don't become obese. Whereas when you go to the gym, you go for the six pack. To get the six pack, they are taking formula, and those formulas they have the banned drugs like the steroids, and that's how they get that. So many people they have died in the gym itself, and apart from that, they drink energy drink. This energy drink contains almost 70 milligrams of caffeine. And that caffeine, when it triggers the electromagnetic waves, the heart beating becomes irregular and they suddenly collapse. And that's how, people going there are dying. So start doing yoga, dhyana, and Surya
ಅದರ
Namaskara.
ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನ
Get rid
ಕಡಿಮೆ
of the
ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
stress. So
ಟೈಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ಟೈಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು, ಯಾವುದು ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಬೇಗನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನ ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಯಾರಿಟಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ತಕ್ಷಣಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮಾಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್
you overcome the whole thing. And nowadays, more and more stress junkies are occurring. You waste the whole year, and at the end of the year, or when the semester comes and the examination comes, you start burning both the ends and start reading the whole night. And whole night, what happens is at night between 1 to 3 or 4. The lymphatic vessels will be cleaning the whole brain, wastages are removed, and the brain becomes very fresh in the morning. But suppose if you are not sleeping well, and this cleaning of the brain will not occur, and then they will, in the morning, I see some of them yawning because their enough blood supply is not there to the brain. And if you are yawning in the classroom, that means you are not fresh. See, I don't yawn. I have never seen Modi ji yawning, but why youngsters are yawning? That is because you are not sleeping well. See, yoga nidra is what Modi ji does, and good yoga nidra what I do. So what is important is sleep well, and to sleep well, you have to study right from the beginning. Now your induction is there from today. Whatever syllabus is given, get the books and just set go. You start studying right from now and you'll read, reread, revise, and then you reproduce in the examination and you will do extremely well. But suppose you waste up all time and then at the end you start reading, what happens is the brain is fatigued. You go into the examination hall, you forget everything, you start feeling giddy, you start fainting, and your performance will become very, very bad. And that's how we know it is extremely important for you to do that. And that's how we know it is important that you sleep well. Anyone sleeping less than 3 hours, the heart attack is more. Anyone sleeping more than 10 hours, also heart attack is more. And that's why sleeping between 6 to 8 hours is extremely important, and give good rest. And anger, I already told you, the anger is the one which damages your body. The anger, when you get angry, 400 times more catecholamines are produced, and that causes the surge of catecholamines, and as a result, what happens is the coronaries go into spasm, heart becomes very weak, and you become very weak. So friends, I ask you to study well, work, but don't get worked up. Impatience, irritation, exasperation, hostility, which can trigger even over the little incidents, avoid that. Never, never. Be peaceful, be calm, be happy, and then Change your aggressive attitude to the progressive attitude, depressive attitude to the impressive attitude, and that attitude is the one which is very important, and that's how we know this was shown to the whole world by the Japanese. And the Japanese are the ones, they built their whole destroyed country because of the hard work by their ancestors. And they lived for 110 years. But the younger generation between 1990s, Gen Zs, they were getting admitted to the hospital and they did the angiogram. Coronaries were normal, but heart pumping was hardly 10-15%. And they didn't know what to do. There was no treatment, no angioplasty, no bypass. And then what they did was our Mahesh Yogi's transcendental meditation was tried for 20 minutes twice daily, and within 72 hours, heart pumping, which was 15%, it became 60-70%. The whole world woke up to the power of meditation. And today, people are doing mantra meditation, all sorts of meditation. Meditation is an experience of relaxing your body, mind, and awakening your spirit. And that's
ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮೆದುಳಿನಿಂದ ಎಂಡಾರ್ಫಿನ್ಸು ನ್ಯೂರೋಪೆಪ್ಟೈಡ್ಸು ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡುವ ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಮಾರ್ಫಿನ್ನು, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ 100 ಪಟ್ಟು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕ್ಷಮತೆ ಇರೋದು ಮೆದುಳಿನಿಂದ ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿಯಾಗುವ ಎಂಡಾರ್ಫಿನ್ಗಳು.
Meditation, naturally you get the endorphin. So friends, last but not the least, learn to smile. Learn to smile. I see many of you are frowning. So when we were children, we used to sing, "Let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Smilers never lose, and frowners never win. So let the sun shine in." So if you let the sun shine in, your bottle journey will go and you'll not get admitted to our hospital and have the IV drip. And learn to keep your surrounding clean. That is very important. Stop using the plastic in any form, because microplastic is causing the heart attack much more than anything. And keep away and look at that. Even the poisonous snake, it is struggling to bring out what it has swallowed. And that is important, that we are ruining the whole ecosystem. And look at that, what are we doing to the animals, to the human beings, and it is so miserable. So keep away from all these bottles.
ಜೊತೆಗೆ
and
ನಿಮಗೆ 2 ದಾರಿ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು, ಸುಂದರ ಹೂವಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೂವಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕರಂದ ಹೀರಿ ಜೇನು ತುಪ್ಪವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಹನಿಬಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೇನು ನೊಣ ಅದು ಆಗ್ತಿರೋ, ಅಥವಾ ಹೊಲಸಿಂದ ಹೊಲಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಆಹಾರವನ್ನ ಕೆಡಿಸಿ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವನ್ನ ಕೆಡಿಸುವಂತ ಹೊಲಸು ನೊಣಗಳಾಗ್ತಿರೋ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ನೀವು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜೇನು ನೊಣಗಳಾಗಬೇಕು. ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ದುರಭ್ಯಾಸಕ್ಕೆ ತುತ್ತಾದ್ರೆ ನೊಣಗಳಾಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದು ಆಯ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮದು. ಬಹುಶಃ ಈ ಹಾಲಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡವರು ನನ್ನ ಮಾತು
and do well. Don't think being happy is difficult. It is easy, provided you follow what all I told you till now.
100 ವರ್ಷ ಬದುಕಬಹುದು.
Ultimately,
ಒಂದು ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಗಾಂಧಿಯವರು ಕೆಟ್ಟದ್ದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಡ, ಕೆಟ್ಟದ ಕೇಳಬೇಡ, ಕೆಟ್ಟದನ್ನ ಆಡಬೇಡ ಅಂತ 3 ಮಂಗಗಳನ್ನ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ 4ನೇ ಮಂಗಗಳು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೊಬೈಲನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಯಾವುದನ್ನೂ ನೋಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದನ್ನೂ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ, ಏನೂ ಮಾತಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆಗೂ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಮೊಬೈಲಲ್ಲೇ ಮುಖವನ್ನ ತೂರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದೆ ಆದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಸಾಧಕರಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬದುಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ದೂರ
the manners is to cover yourself. So what makes 100% in your life is keep all the alphabets in one line, and then you give what is 100%, and
ಅಕ್ಷರಗಳನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಟು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 1 to 26 ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ
ultimately hard work 98%. You must work very hard. Then knowledge 96%. You must have the knowledge. Love and luck, you will be a failure. And what is important, if you go after the money, okay, but not enough. Leadership, okay, but not enough. And what is important is your attitude. Attitude is the one which makes you 100%. And next, the discipline is the one which makes 100%. Positive attitude, positive outlook, and then be pleasant, and then be disciplined. No hanky panky. Don't go with the people who are ruining their life. No partying, no thing. Concentrate on your health, happiness, and your mind. And that's how you can be 100%. So remember, attitude is contagious. Like how sneezing, coughing, and yawning is contagious, in the same way, positive attitude. So whenever I go, people say that, oh, we get so much of positive vibes, and that is contagious. So I want all of you to have the positive attitude. And what is more important is learn the ABCD. A, abstain for alcohol. B, no bad behavior. C, say no to the cigarette. D, drugs destroy life. Say no to the drugs. And do yoga, and then good behavior. That is very important. And that's how it makes you successful. Some people dream of success while others wake up and work for it. And I want you to wake up today, then work hard. And that is, remember, success comes before work only in the dictionary. So never think, give up. Oh, ನನಗೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಲೇಬೇಡಿ. Exam has come, oh, ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. No, because that is only bend of the road, not the end of the road. If you don't do now, next time you can do better. And that's how, remember, there is the bend of the road. So everyone, look at the successful person, they think they are very lucky. No, they forget that what success you are seeing is only tip of the iceberg, and you are not seeing the hard work, the persistence, late nights, rejections, sacrifices, discipline, criticism, doubts, and failures, and that's how they succeed. And here, remember, success comes before work only in the dictionary. Get work, keep working, don't stop, reach. So Swami Vivekananda said, awake, arise, and stop not until the goal is achieved. And if you decide and remember Swami Vivekananda's word, you will reach. So finally, friends, there are two paths. One is Shreyas and the other one is Preyas. Preyas is, the pleasure seeking, the just routine enjoyment. And that is not the one that you have to go. Go for the Shreyas, which is the Hita. ನಿಮಗೂ ಹಿತವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕುಟುಂಬಕ್ಕೆ, ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ, ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿತವಾಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ಸು. So here the Taoism says, kindness in words creates confidence, kindness in thinking creates profoundness, kindness in giving creates love, and kindness in loving creates health and happiness. If you want to be healthy, happy, and good, be kind to yourself, be kind to your classmates, and be kind to your all the fellow people. And that's how it is very important. And what is more important is this Upanishad, which says, we are as our deep driving desires are. As is our desire, so is our will. As is our will, so is our deed. As is our deed, so is our destiny. So everybody thinks, ಹಣೆ ಬರ ಬರೆದು ಕಳಿಸಿರ್ತಾರೆ. No, it is in our hands. Dreaming is the Western style. But in our samskara, we don't dream, we do it. And that's how we call it as the ನೀವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟರೆ ನಾವು ಸಂಕಲ್ಪ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಸಂಕಲ್ಪ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ we do the work. According to the work, we get our fruits, and our destiny determines on what we do. You determine today that you are going to be a good student. You will study well. You are not going to keep up the whole night. You are going to sleep well and study 4 to 6 hours every day right from today. And then I'm sure your destiny is most wonderful. And your destiny, you are the person who decide your destiny. So aim at the sky, you will hit the tree. And Western way of looking at the life is not the correct one, but our own Gurukul system is the best. So I request you have the Ekalavya's Ekagrate. And I'm extremely happy that I want all of you to give a big clap for yourself, and I'll tell you why. Big clap. I was looking at each one of you. I hardly saw anyone looking into the mobile. That is the first thing. The second thing, except 2 or 3 people, others were not yawning, they were listening. Except 1 or 2%, you are all listening to me well. So almost 98% of you have understood what I have said. And what is important is, it is your decision to make yourself the best human beings, the best engineers, and the best who can get the close to your parents and everyone. So remember, jogging, kung fu, karate, gym, everything, aerobic exercises, all Western, very attractive. You spend money and do it, but ultimately, lifestyle modification that I have told, which comes through the yoga and meditation, it leads to the bhava vikasa, mano vikasa. You have a very beautiful way of emotions with others, and that's how you become better. And with this, you can prevent the bad habits like smoking, drinking, sedentary habits, excessive screen time, and sleeping less than 3 hours. All that can be done with the yoga and dhyana. So remember, look at the tree. The roots are very important. Stick to our Indian roots, and that's how you can be example to the whole world, and you become the Vishwa Guru. And that's how Jaisa Vaisaman, Jaisaman, Vaisatan. And today, let us remember one thing which has destroyed our country. Not many people will tell you. In 2nd February 1835, Lord Macaulay, he addressed the British Parliament. And at that time, 1 rupee was equal to $2. 35% of the economy, world economy, was Indian economy. And that time he said, I have traveled across the length and breadth of India, and I have not seen one person who is a beggar, who is a thief, and who is a liar. There was no liar, there were no thieves in India when he came. And that time we had a Gurukul system. They changed the whole thing, and he said, unless we break this every backbone of this nation, which is our spiritual and cultural heritage, and therefore I propose that we replace her old ancient education system with the new system. And that's how this donation and draconian type of whole education system was imbibed from the West. And that's how we are producing more cockroaches than any nationalist patriotic children. And then in that direction, I congratulate this great institution blessed by Swamiji and the great teacher. Give a big hand to them, because they are going to more future. Why you have to clap is, we have 39 acupressure points. The harder you clap, 39 organs get more oxygen and nutrition, and your blood pressure comes down, blood sugar comes down, and your energy goes up. When you are clapping, your face is beaming and smiling, and the feel good hormones are released, and that's how you get encouragement, and that's how you become energized. And if you want, learn to clap, appreciate, look at the goodness in others, and you will become literally great. So let us defeat the Macaulay system and go back to our roots and become the healthiest champions. Now look at the past and the present. Now more and more girls, more and boys are getting gold medals and winning all over, because we are going back to our ancestors. So friends, remember what Siddhganga Swamiji, Suttur Swamiji, 5,000, there 10,000. They are doing yeoman service. We must learn from them. Living for yourself is not living. Living for the society is living. If you learn to live for the nation, you become the greatest children. So I hope whatever the dreams your parents are having, please fulfill them. Whatever the teachers are teaching you, learn from them. And once in a way, people like me, they will come, concentrate on the words of wisdom and make your life great and future. So I wish all the best for your 4 years course as well as your future in your life. Wish you all the best. God bless you all. Thank you. Any questions you have? If there are no questions, that means you have understood everything, or you have slept through and you have not understood anything. Either of the two. Okay, thank you.
I hope all of you are enthralled, right? You don't get to meet ma'am regularly, but her words will remain throughout your life. If that is the message you have taken it as for your improvement, definitely whatever effort we have put in organizing this will be fruitful. I would like to thank Dr. Vijayalakshmi ma'am on behalf of the organizing committee for accepting our invitation and relentlessly speaking for more than 1 hour, 15-20 minutes. So we all should take her as a role model and should become like her, to be energetic like her at that age as well as this age. I say, why at this age? Most of us have become lethargic. So please change your lifestyle and inculcate whatever madam suggested today. That would make you a better person. Thank you. We will break for 15 minutes now and then we'll start the session at 12.